Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tony's Picks Happy Hour here for Friday, August 8th, 2025. Hey, if you're new to the Tony's Picks Happy Hour, hey, glad to have you here joining us on this Friday afternoon. Hey, we got some games to look at. Few games. Slates are getting bigger, as they say. We got some NFL preseason to look at. We got some MLB to look at. We even got some WNBA games to look at. And hey, we even got a CFL game we'll throw in there as well. So, without further ado, we'll have to be moving these shows a little more faster paced as we move along because we got these big cards that we got to get to in a short amount of time. So let's do that. We'll see how the Cappers rolling along, how their Thursday went, how they're doing here today, and then we'll get right to those plays. We'll kick it on over to Alessandro. How are you doing here on this Friday, buddy?
Pretty good. 1-1 day yesterday. Athletics got us that get back. Everybody was on the Marlins. I was too. You already know how that goes. So ready to make some money today, though. Nice big slate for us.
Definitely looking forward to this big slate as well. Yeah, on the Marlins. Got me. I took Hamilton as well. Got me. Guy fumbled it in overtime. Basically fumbled that game away. I should have never even made it. That kicker missed a couple kicks. He makes those two kicks, and we're not even going to overtime. Hamilton wins by 6. So is what it is there sometimes. Relying on those kickers. We know how that goes in football. Guess what? It even happens in the Canadian football. The kickers, they sometimes get the yips and go way left. Head on over to Ramon. How you doing here, buddy?
Yeah, pretty good, Rod. I wanted to shout out my Canadian football friend last night, Isaiah Wooden Sr. We hit the 3-1 pick on him returning a kick for a touchdown. He did it 6 minutes into the game. A terrific play. His third touchdown leads the CFL, but by the end of the quarter, he had left on a cart with what looked to be at least hopefully an upper body injury. But good job, Woody. Hope it is an upper body injury. And thanks for that kick return. Pretty good pick, but I was bummed out by the result there. Maybe he'll be back.
Yeah, we got the kick return and the first half under. All the fireworks happen in the second half there for us in the CFL. So as I believe we looked that up earlier today and said he's thanks for the shout out to everybody and speedy recovery. So he's looking forward to coming back. So I think he'll come back even stronger there. But just one tough break for him there. Hopefully, isn't a break.
He's definitely a rising star. I'm proud of him.
Yeah. That'll just put the end of the run of what he was trying to do. That sucks, but he was trying to go after the record of most touchdowns in a season by a guy. So hey, hopefully he's not out too long. Head on over to Ron. How are you doing here?
Good, man. 3-1 day yesterday. Best bet on the A's. Got that one in there. And then best bet on the under in the Fever game. And my one loss was, yes, you guessed it, the Marlins. So, lost that one too. I did have BC +3 last night, though. So
Nice.
I was sick of Bo Levi Mitchell doing that crap to me with 16 seconds left. I was like, I'm going to get him. And finally, we got him last night. So, yeah, got one to go my way. So, yeah.
It was the guy that fumbled the ball. Sometimes when you get tackled, he was just trying to get some extra yards on it, is what he was doing. Sometimes when you get tackled, don't try to get the extra yards, just go down. Really, he was trying for nothing, and basically, as he was trying to do this, it was like, whoop, there goes the ball, and he basically just handed the game over there. Trying to get extra yards sometimes does not work. Hey, we got a big card to get to. Someone's gonna pop in like the Kool-Aid man. Next week you're gonna see him pop in like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh, yeah.
That would be hilarious. He's gonna come in the odd screen behind Ramon and pop out like the Kool-Aid man. Just make sure you turn
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, oh yeah.
Bust right through your monitor behind you.
Make sure you're not muted though, because it doesn't have the same effect when you're muted coming through the screen at all there. So Sean, make sure you've got the mute button off so he can hear you going, oh yeah. So, speaking of oh yeah, let's get to it. We're gonna kick off today's show with some preseason NFL. We got 3 games rolling. We got the Detroit Lions into Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Still 3.5. Lions laying in that one. Total 33. We got the Browns heading into Carolina. Take on the Panthers. 6-point dog of the Browns there in that one. And then we got the Patriots hosting Washington. Washington 6.5-point dog in that matchup. Let's head on over to Alessandro to get started. What do you like here in tonight's preseason NFL?
So, yeah, the first 4 games have all gone over. I think we finally might see an under here in this Commanders-Patriots game. So I'm going to go there with the first one. And then we're going to go with the Browns +6. We're going to go with Shedeur Sanders' debut. They could at least keep it there within 1 score. Yeah, that's just how I feel about those 2 preseason games. Some pizza money on it, of course.
Definitely right. Hey, the Dogs almost went 3-0.
Yes, that was nice.
Yeah. So, if you're dog hunting, you're 2-0-1. So, hey, that definitely puts you up some money. Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the preseason?
I'll go over in the Browns and Panthers. If the Browns are going to score, apparently, I don't know. I guess they're going to. If Sanders going to come, I'm rooting for this guy hard, especially in this game. He's really got his work cut out for him. I think the Panthers are going to be able to score. They might even get some short fields. I'm pulling for you, Shedeur, hard in this game. I don't know if I can bet on him, but they're going to need some big time help here in this game for sure. I'll go over with Cleveland and the Panthers tonight.
Head on over to Ron. What do you like here in these matchups tonight?
I agree with Alessandro. I like that under in that Washington game as well. But I'm going to look at the Detroit Lions. They played their first game. They got the Hall of Fame out of the way. They got all the kinks out of the way and looked pretty damn bad doing it. And Campbell's not going to go for that. You got Hendon Hooker and Kyle Allen, better quarterbacks than Stick and Emory Jones. So there's no way I don't think we're going to see Kirk Cousins. We're not going to see Penix. So I'm going to take the Lions -3.5 in that one. And for the other 2, there's nobody that should be laying more than a touchdown or even a touchdown in preseason. Take those Dogs, both of them.
And from hearing these ones, I think, just as you said, I think Detroit gets shot out of the can at first. They want to score first. They had that first preseason game, didn't play so well. But I think here in this one, I'm going to take the Detroit Lions to score first in that one tonight. And then, you know what? Give me those Browns to score first in that game as well. Give me the Dogs to score first, Cleveland, Carolina. Give me Detroit and the Browns to score first in those couple games. Leaning to the under 36 because it's 36, but 36 burned me yesterday, so I don't want to try to chase an under again. Just because we've seen 3 overs, so I can't do it. I can't go back and try to get the under. But I lean there because I think that's a whole running game. New England loves to run the ball, and we know their depth defensively is pretty good. We'll be able to slow up that Washington side as well, and Washington's pretty good defensively in their own right. So definitely lean with you to the under in that one as well. Hey, that wraps up the NFL preseason. Let's head on over to the MLB. We've got a few games on the slate. What do we got? 15 on the slate. So we'll split 5-5-5. So we'll kick it off. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, the Athletics, and Baltimore. Astros into New York, taking on the Yankees. Big game, big series there. Angels into Detroit to take on the Tigers. And we'll throw in the Marlins taking on the Braves. Game 2. Headed on over to Ron to get us started. What do you like here in the first 5 MLB?
Yeah, I'm going to look at Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. Keller, I think he's pretty pissed that he didn't get picked up by anybody at the trade deadline. And we can see this right now. You got Chase Burns with a 6.03 ERA and a 1.4 whip, and he's favored on the road. I think the lines makers are telling you that's a Cincinnati spot if I've ever seen one. Not Athletics, they keep rolling, and especially on the road. I like Ginn here. Give me the A's again to do it. They just walked up the road from Washington, and now they're playing in Baltimore. Not much of a travel spot there, so do that. And I'm going to go back to the damn Marlins, man. I think Cabrera. I don't like Elder. Give me Cabrera on the road as a small favorite.
Headed on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the first MLB?
Yeah, I'll go to that big one with Houston and the Yankees with a playoff feel here in Yankee Stadium. Hunter Brown's been pretty sharp, of course, with these consecutive starts. Really solid 8-13 to the under as well, and a sub-1 whip against Schlittler, our buddies. Feels like he's an okay prospect here. I know he struggles with his command a little bit, but just get him through here. It's going to be a good game tonight. I'm going to go under 8 runs here with Yankees and Houston tonight.
Headed on over to Alessandro. What do you like here in the early MLB?
No, yeah, I like the Athletics there at that short price, -110 against the Orioles. So I'll back that basically. Sixth in the MLB there in OPS, second in the MLB in home runs versus right-hand pitching. And then, with these two bottom bullpens as well. I can see this game going over, being kind of a slugfest, but I like the Athletics there to outslug them, so I like the Athletics more. Minus 110 there. And I don't know if something's telling me Kyle Hendricks is going to show up here in this spot versus Scooble. I'm liking the plus 1.5 here with the Angels, and I'm liking this game to go under. Pitchers duel.
Hey, for me here in these early slot of games, I'm going to take the Pirates here. I don't know. I can't trust Burns on the road. We've seen Burns at times. I see the price point there. Favorite on the road for a reason, right? It's just one of those spots. I can't do it. Pittsburgh at home, 13-27. The Reds out on the road, losing proposition. Burns out on the road is sporting a big ERA. And Keller, sure, we know at times that we've seen good Keller. We've also seen bad Keller. And then we know that Pirates bullpen ain't the greatest either. So coin flip price, basically, I'll grab the home team with a little bit of a plus money there. I like Keller and the Pirates. Just can't trust Burns on the road. Home roads are huge for him this season. Another one I like at this time spot. I like the Astros here. It's just that time of year. Astros, time to get things rolling. So I think in that spot, it's just the Yankees. You look at the Yankees against teams with winning records this season, they haven't been good. They're struggling against teams with winning records. They love to beat up on the bad teams and getting the wins. And against the Astros, as you alluded to, the under, probably a good play as well. Duel between Brown and Schlittler. But I think the Astros, as they always do in that 7th, 8th, 9th, get that clutch hit and get the win. I'll take Houston there. And then that Marlins and Atlanta game. Bryce Elder on the bump and Cabrera. Hey, Cabrera should outdeal Elder, but Elder has definitely been giving it up. This total at 8 seems definitely a little bit light to me, especially after what we've seen yesterday. I think we see pretty much the same type of game. Lots of offense, lots of runs. At 8 seems light. Give me the over 8 Marlins and the Braves. Hey, that wraps up the early slate. Let's head on over to the middle block. We'll get it started with the Guardians taking on the White Sox, Phillies taking on the Rangers, the Royals taking on the Twins, the Mets taking on Milwaukee, and the Cubs into St. Louis to take on McGreevy and the Cardinals. We'll head on over to Alessandro to get started in the middle block. What do you got?
Was the Padres Red Sox on this slot or?
No, next block.
Next block? Okay.
Next block, yeah.
I'll cover that then next block. I was on the Phillies here. I was seeing minus 130. I still see that price. I just think they have a slight pitching advantage here with Sanchez on the mound. Merrill Kelly's more of a contact pitcher. I could see, Sanchez having a lot more strikeouts than him and kind of working his way through this Rangers lineup a little easier than Kelly's going to have to here with the Phillies lineup. Just a slight edge. I get the price at minus 130, so I'm taking the Phillies. And the other one there was the Royals and Twins. I like this game to go under. Two good pitchers in the mound that I can trust, and Lugo and Ryan. I think they both go 6 innings plus, and yeah, we have ourselves another pitcher's duel.
Headed on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the middle block?
I don't think I could pass on the Guardians here now at this price. It's obviously a sharp move probably to the White Sox, but it's $1.40. I'm going to have to take the Guardians here now. They've won 10 of the last 11 against the White Sox, 7-1 the last 8 at Chicago. So I like the matchup too here. Maybe Bybee over Sabali. So I'm going to have to take the Guardians here as historical edge. I think gives them a big that edge that you need against an upstart like the White Sox. I think the price is fine. I'll take the Guardians.
Heading on over to Ron. What do you like here in the middle block?
Yeah, I look at my Royals and Twins. I'm with Alessandro on the under. Two great pitchers going. Joe Ryan's been phenomenal. I think that's why he's favored. But I do like the Royals to win this one because that is just a horrible lineup that they're throwing out there for the Twins. It's like a AAA lineup. There is no stars except Royce Lewis in that bunch. So I'm going to go with the Royals plus price there.
Hey, speaking of plus price, good old Kelly on the bump for Texas. Been rolling along. We know for Arizona, he's come over to Texas. I think he continues to deal. Sanchez on the bump for the Phillies. I think he continues to deal as well. I like an under there. We know that I've seen Texas games have recently started to trend more to the over in games. 15-9 over the last month. The over has been Texas, but in their home games this season, 37-19 to the under, making you 16 units. I think that's what you got there. Nice little pitchers duel there. So give me the under Texas and Philly. We'll lean to Texas to get the job done at a nice plus price in that one. And then another one I like here in this middle block. Give me the under Kansas City and the Minnesota Twins. Joe Ryan on the bump for the Twins. Hey, you can go 5-6 innings there. Hold down this Royals squad. And then Lugo on the bump. I think he can have himself one of those great starts as well. Both these teams have been trending to the over, but not here in this one. Give me the under 8.5. Kansas City and Minnesota. And then I'm looking at good old Boyd on the bump for the Cubs. And he's been dealing. You see, he loves pitching in this one against this team here against the St. Louis squad. Greavy has been half decent, but I think Boyd mows down some Cardinals. And he puts up a few Ks. His last game, he put up 8 strikeouts. I think he can pretty much get to that number again. So I'm going to take Boyd over 7.5 strikeouts there at a plus 300, 3 times our money. Give me Boyd over his strikeout. Probably it's the extended. I see 4.5 is where most books have it. I found the extended number over 7.5 strikeouts for Boyd. That wraps up the middle block of MLB. Let's head on over to the late night block. We'll get it started. Colorado into Arizona. Tampa Bay taking on Seattle. Boston taking on the Padres. The Red Hot Blue Jays taking on the Dodgers. And then the Washington Nationals taking on the San Francisco Giants. We'll head on over to Ron to get us started in the late night block. What do you like?
Yeah, looking at the Tampa Bay Seattle game, Rasmussen against Castillo. We got 2 great pitchers on the mound there. I'm going to take the under 7.5 if we can get that. And then the late game, man, Washington, they've been doing it on the road. They got Irvin on the mound, and not sure what we're going to get out of Gage here for the Giants. So I'm going to take the Nats plus money there.
Headed on over to Ramon. What do you like here tonight? In the late night block.
I think in that Nats game, for the Giants, they're just going to be a bullpen game. We know how solid they are in the bullpen here. And the last, they played a series in Washington earlier this season. There was like probably 12 runs scored in the 3 games. So what do you think in this ballpark? Urban's ERA is a little bit high, but in these conditions, I think it'll be an under tonight with Washington and San Francisco.
Heading on over to Alessandro. What do you like here in the late night block?
No, yeah, the game that I was going to talk about here with the Padres. I just like them run line. Pivetta has amazing numbers at home this year. 7-0 with a 1.99 ERA at home this year. Padres are 8-4 in his starts at home this year. And then we got Walker Buehler on the mound there for the Red Sox. I just think we'll bully him. We'll take advantage of him. Minus 1.5, we'll take that. Plus 125 is not bad. And there was one more. We're going to go to this grizzled veteran pitchers duel possibly here with Kershaw and Scherzer. I think the Dodgers are going to win this game. I know it's a little juicy there, minus 135. I just think Kershaw's been pitching a little bit better than Scherzer this year. Almost a full run difference in their ERA. And I think the Dodgers got a better lineup right now. Kirk and Springer still not in the lineup for the Blue Jays from what I'm seeing. So, yeah, I just think the Dodgers got their slightly better lineup right now and slightly a better pitcher. Give me the Dodgers.
Give me some Geritol for those guys.
For those guys start. Hey, they might have already loaded up on that room. Maybe too early to get to load up. It's only happy hour time in LA. So hey, they're just starting to get their drink on. So maybe in a couple hours, just before game time, we'll get some mixing that in with the Geritol and then that to go. Oh, hey, our friend's back. Ooh, we're doing something right. Let's keep doing what we're doing. I noticed over there. Friend's back. For me in these late night block of games, man, if you want to lay that type of pressure with Zach Gallen, you go right ahead. I ain't going to lay a minus 230 with Zach falling. No chance. In Arizona at 9, I'll take the over there in that one, and I'll take a shot with Colorado. I know Gomber on the bump is sporting the same pretty beautiful ERA as about Zach Gallen, maybe couple ticks more. But either way, give me the over 9 there. And I'll take a shot with the Rockies to go into Arizona and get the win. And that one, I don't want to lay that type of price with Zach falling at all. Now, the one I like here is, man, I want to take Boston at that big plus price because the Padres, for some reason, versus AL East opponents just haven't fared well against the AL East. We know they went into Toronto, didn't fare so well there, lost that series. So it's just one of those spots. Boston's been hot too. So I don't think either of these starting pitchers equate to who gets the win. Give me the over 8. I think we see some runs there in that one. Expecting Buehler to have one of those shutout type games. I don't think so.
Pavetta versus his former team. I always like that angle there too. So yeah. I expect him to be lights out tonight. If you look at the numbers, at least. So we'll see.
I like offense. Give me the over 8 in that one. I can't trust Buehler. Maybe the Padres.
Oh no, I definitely can't trust Buehler.
Then I can't trust Buehler.
I see massive pitching advantage and a maybe a wash when it comes to these lineups. Boston could put some runs up for sure. And what Machado and Tatis and all those boys can do. So maybe a wash, but I just think the pitching advantage. You got to go Padres, but I can't knock you for always wanting to touch a dog there. So
it's the lead ball. They've been hot, right? So at that big plus price, it's just what we've seen from the Padres against the AL East. I believe 1-8 this year. So they got one win against the AL East. Hey, at least they didn't have to travel way out east for this game. They got to stay home in their own ballpark. So I bet you if I look at some of those, I'm going to say 2 of those series were out on the road. If I deep dive how many games they played against the AL East, I'm going to say at least 6 of those were out on the road for the Padres. So over though, lots of runs. Bring your glove to the ballpark if you're in glove to the ballpark day there in San Diego. Hey, that wraps up the MLB slate. Let's head on over to the WNBA action. Well, we got some interesting games rolling there tonight. Looks like Sykes is going to play for Seattle. Not sure if she's going to start or she's going to come off the bench, but either way, she's dressed up, suited up, ready to go for Seattle, taking on the red hot Vegas Aces. In that one, I see, depends where you get your number. I see Vegas favored by 1. I see Seattle favored by 1. Definitely shop your number, whatever number you're looking for and what side you're looking for in that one. Then we got the Mystics into Minnesota to take on the Lynx, 10.5. The Lynx are laying there. And then the Liberty into Dallas to take on the Wings. Liberty laying 7.5 on the road. Head on over to Ron. What do you like here in the W tonight?
Man, the Liberty have just screwed me over like left and right in the last 3 weeks. I mean, I get hooked on a couple of them, but I'm going to go to them tonight, I think. And it did come down to 7.5. That's when I got it. I think it's at 8.5 now, but I'm going to try it again and go with the Liberty. They're just the better team. I can't trust that defense. We don't even know Paige Becker. She's game time decision. We don't know if she's going to play either. So I'm going to look at the Liberty once again. And you know where I'm going, Rod. The Lynx first half, they just don't cover. They have a couple of times recently, but they're just not covering, and then they blow your ass out in the second half. So I'm going to take the Mystics in the first half.
Headed on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the WNBA tonight?
They sent an email that said lay off the jokes during the women's basketball segment. I don't know if you guys got that. I'm going to go to Jewel Lloyd tonight, come off the bench and have another nice contribution. I don't know if Vegas is going to win this game, but I think there's going to be some points. So I'm going to take Jewel Lloyd here over 11.5 points at even money. My play tonight in the WNBA.
Headed on over to Al Sandro. What do you like here in this one?
Not a slate I'm in love with. I do have a premium tonight in that Storm and Aces game. A clear read on this game, so check that out on the site. But for these other 2 games here, the Liberty and Wings, I saw Paige Becker's was there at shoot around this morning, so I'm expecting her to play. Plus 8.5 is what I originally got it at, so I'm going with the Wings here. I just think the Liberty are banged up. Sabali's going to be out. Burke's going to be out. Stewart's still out. I don't know. I got to go Wings there just if I was forced to play. Mystics and Lynx. I'm also leaning the Mystics here. Plus 11. It's been rising. They just had that big trade. Kind of dumped them. They got that loss there to the Sky. That was kind of a surprise. Maybe not really. You could see them being defeated there after that trade. But I think they bounce back here, rally. It's, on to another day. It's just part of the business. It's time to make some money and, win this game here against the Lynx, who, probably could be looking ahead. The Lynx and Liberty play each other here at the end of this weekend. So that's possible there. A little look ahead spot. I don't know. I like the plus 11. I'll grab the Mystics.
Ugly. Mystical burned me a few times full game, so I'm with Ron. I like the first half. I'll grab the 6 I can get with the Mystics here in the first half. I think they come into this one. They've had a couple days rest. They've looked awful though in the last couple of games, and that's the scary part for the Mystics. But I think here in this spot, Lynx always slow starters, so I'm throwing. Give me the plus 6 with the Mystics first half.
No Collier for the Lynx as well. So there's some advantages there on the Mystic side.
Yeah, they just got Carrington from Dallas, though. She took over.
So I'll cheer. And it is a look-ahead spot. You look, there's some bigger games, bigger fish to fry, as they say, for the Lynx coming ahead. Some bigger games. I think they have the Liberty up on deck soon. Back-to-back. So there's some bigger games, but I'll take the Mystics first half. I'll cheer you on that, that they get the cover for you their full game as well. Another one I like, though, I'm going to take Seattle here. I know Vegas has been hot, but I like Seattle. I like Sykes coming into this one for Seattle, and I just like the Storm here. This is one of those games. They got whooped in their last game. It looked awful, and I think they step up here in the spot. I think that line tells you everything you need to know, really. When I see that line, I was like, here, you only have to lay a point. The Aces, I was like, what the heck is going on with this one? This feels. At first, I wanted to go to the Aces because they were hot, right? But I can't do it. I think this is one of those bounce back spots for the Storm here, and with the addition of Sykes into that team, I think they get some going. I know they haven't had much time to gel with her on the floor, but I don't think it's. I think she just you plug her in there and she'll play and be fine.
Like they needed another guard.
Yeah, exactly. So
now you're putting Wheeler on the bench, I guess, right?
No, you're going to start with Wheeler on the thing. I think you start with Sykes on the bench for now, and then you see. Yes, I really do. I think you put Wheeler up there. You start with the team that you've been rolling with.
I see Sykes. They have here on the projected lineup coming off the bench, which I like that as well. Kind of like a 6-man.
Yes.
Yeah, but don't you agree, Alessandro? They needed some inside help. They did not.
No, I agree though. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. And Ace is probably a little bit tonight.
Win-win, cost you nothing to basically they didn't give up a whole lot for her to come on over.
The Storm might play that whole game. The Storm might play the game here where they let Asia get as much as she wants, but those are 2 points, and we'll go and play threes. We'll shoot threes.
Threes the other side.
Three versus two. They'll play that game possibly.
They might. We'll see.
Seattle's more than happy to come into LA and go, happy birthday. We're taking the win from you. Congratulations. Sorry, Asia. No birthday present for you.
Vegas,
Seattle.
not a good home favorite covering. So, yeah, I think you're on the right track there.
So, hey, that wraps up the WNBA. Let's head on over to tonight's CFL game. Big game. We got the Edmonton Elks into Montreal to take on Montreal. Head on over to no CFL for Alessandro?
Nah.
No CFL.
I'm good.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you got for us tonight in the CFL?
I'll just look for points tonight with Edmonton. Hopefully get it back together here with Pajardo tonight. Hopefully get it going in this one. Maybe even a couple of touchdowns here. I feel good after last night. So I'll take a Dunbar for Edmonton here, and maybe a Speaker for Montreal. In this one, I just expect some points. So I'll go over and play a couple of touchdowns too in the CFL.
Heading on over to Ron. What do you like here in the CFL tonight?
No, there's a lot of injuries for Montreal, and I think the Elks maybe get them early, but that line's falling way down too far. I would have taken it like 3.5 with the Elks, but now I'm going to look. It's like 1.5, 2. I would take the money line on Montreal.
Yeah, it's the best of the number with the Elks. If you like the Elks, is long gone. That thing, you could have got 3.5, 4, 4.5 a couple days ago. And now I would say was the best of the number in this one. sorry, but I still get PTSD from this Elks squad. Been in the last few seasons. They just haven't won games. Look at that streak they had, they couldn't even win one at home. It's just tough to see a team that I grew up watching be so abysmal. I know people don't want to hear, but change the dang name. Come on, man. What are we waiting for? You know that the Edmonton Elks aren't winning anything. You had to close the upper bowl because you don't get enough stands. And then you have to just try to put them in the lower bowl. Maybe they can fill up the lower bowl. No, you can't even fill up the lower bowl with stands. In games that I, as a kid, grew up watching, and they were full, jam-packed. People coming to these games and enjoying football. It's a great time. Had my all family. Nice sunny days out there, and you can't even get the audience to come. Well, something's got to change, and I'm telling you, it's got to change quick. I like the Elks in the first half. They take advantage of this Montreal squad that is dealing with a bunch of injuries. They're playing better. We know Fajardo's coming into a place that he really loves to play in Montreal. So Elks full game, can't do it. I can't trust the Elks full game.
No.
If I could, as Ron said, if I could get 4.5, then I might think about it. But I can't do it. Montreal over the last 2 seasons take advantage of teams with losing records. 17-3 straight up is this Montreal squad versus teams with losing records. So if you're on the Elks plus 4.5, feel good because that's where I'd rather be. But I'm going to take the Elks the first half. I think they win this one outright. First half, Elks have the lead heading into the locker room, and then second half, I think might be like what we seen last night. Bunch more fireworks kick off in the second half of this one.
We'll get Warren Moon in there. We'll get Dr. Death baking the big stacks, Rod, and we'll get Gizmo to run one back.
Yep.
Yes. And then, as Southpaw mentioned in the chat there, last LOS game was the worst performance at home I've seen in years. All right, here, I'll give you a number. What happens to those teams after teams that score 6 points or less in a game? What do they follow it up with? Well, not so good. 52-22 ATS-wise, our home teams after scoring 6 points or less in the previous game. That's dating back all the way to 1996. So 29 years has that been that number. 52-22 ATS-wise, our teams that can only muster up 6 points or less in their previous game in the CFL. There's a shout out to Southpaw the stat.
Yeah, we need Edmonton. It's now or never. I mean, come on.
Correct. Well, we've been saying this for 2 years ago, Ramon. It's now or never, and I think never's long gone. Never land.
Right.
We've tried Ford. We didn't even give him a really shot, and we shoved him to the back, and now we've got Fajardo up front, and really hoping that his comeback back to Montreal is going to be a bright one, right? That's what we're hoping and praying on. Hopefully. Hey, that wraps up the sports slate here for Friday as we head into the weekend. It brings us to the player prop, parlay, game in the future. Leave it up to the capper to decide here in this segment what they want to give us, and then they'll let you know what they got going over at Tony's Picks because that's where you can find our best bets. Let's head on over to Ron to get started. What do you like here tonight?
Yeah, let me get a parlay. I'm going to take the Phillies. I'm going to take the Athletics. And I'll try my Royals in that one. What I got tonight I got a 3-pack in Major League Baseball. Been on fire, man. Really stepping it up in baseball lately. And I got my WNBA 3-point play, of course. And I got one in the CFL you can get right now at Tony's Picks. But, everything's been going good. The KBO video has been winning lately. So maybe we got that thing turned around. Take the LG Twins -1 tomorrow morning if you can.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the parlay section for us?
Yeah, I'll go to some tennis last night after a good night last night, man. And Boca was great. We didn't have her on the show, but I just want to mention her again because she was so awesome. And then winning that women's final in Montreal. I'm going to go tonight to Lerner Tien. We're in Cincinnati here. I'm going to take Lerner Tien -3.5 games against Leandro Reedy. That'll be my play in tennis over at Tony's Picks. I've got a 3-pack tonight in the major leagues, and I also have a standalone best bet in the NFL preseason. So check that out over at TonySpicks.com and use the promo code TonyT to save 15%. So should be a good night. I like a little variety. I do.
Variety, spice of life, they say, right? Nothing with who doesn't like a little bit of variety? Who doesn't love a little bit of mixed sports? Rolling the line, nothing wrong with a little bit of variety. I don't know where else, Alessandro. What do you like here?
No, yeah. First, I got my MLB 5-pack. That's out. And then I got my WNBA best bet as well. So, yeah, check those two out. And then as far as parlays today, I'll go with the Dodgers and the Phillies there, those two in baseball. And then to give you guys a NFL preseason, I'll go with that under there in the Commanders and Patriots game, and then the Browns +6.
All right, for me, we're going to go with give me. I'm just. I don't want
the George of the Jungle there, man.
So for me, over at Tony's Picks tonight, I have a 3-pack in tonight's preseason NFL. I got some MLB up there as well. What else did I throw? CFL on there? I don't know. I think varieties is spice of life. There's a bunch over there. I like today's cards, so definitely head on over. It's Friday, so the best way to go is grab that 3-day pass. That'll get you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And hey, I throw some money in there as well, so that gets you basically a 4-day pass. Best way to go, though. Hey, take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional that Tony's Picks got. That you can pair up 2 cappers and help put money into your pocket. Put 2 cappers to work over the weekend on a 3-day pass, and hey, make it a nice winning weekend. Don't forget Tony T at checkout. And why? Because when you're aboard long term here at Tony's Picks, if that capper finds a late play, late steam type info play, they want to put in 10 minutes to 2 hours before tip off, and you're aboard long term, you get that play emailed directly to you, so you don't miss out on it. That's one of those exclusive things only to Tony's Picks. Haven't seen that offered anywhere else. So definitely jump aboard over at Tony's Picks long term with any of the cappers you see here at Tony's Picks. All right, parlay for everybody. Let's go Storm money line, Mystics plus the 6 in the first half, Elks money line in the first half, and then one more we're going to throw in there. We are going to, where is it? Give me the under, Liberty and Wings, low scoring one. I know Dallas doesn't play a lot of defense. Tonight they do. Give me the under, Liberty, Wings. Throw that into the parlay, 4-teamer. Hey, that wraps up Friday's action. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate everybody that tunes into the happy hour daily. Hey, shout out to everybody. Higgs in the chat. Who else we got in there? DM's in the chat. We got Southpaw in the chat. Mr. Weskers, I know I seen earlier in the chat. Kevin's in the chat. Shout out to everybody that joins us here. Any final words before we head on out for Friday night's action?
All good, man. Good luck.
I'll take the Grand Salami under.
Grand Salami under.
Hey, that does bring the point up. Wind blowing in almost on like all of these games. I don't know if you guys checked the weather today for all this, but almost like all the games are 10 or 11 mile per hour winds blowing inward. So yeah. I don't know. It doesn't look good for the overs. That's for sure.
No, definitely not. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful Friday night. Make it a winning one. And catch everybody tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern for the Tony's Picks Morning Show. See you guys. Have a good one.